They said no one survives a night like this, but when he pulled her close in the snow, fate changed forever. Before the story begins, subscribe to the channel and hit like, because stories like this deserve to be remembered. The snowstorm arrived without mercy. Wind howled through the narrow frontier street, carrying ice like knives. Lanterns flickered, and most doors were already bolted shut. In a town where people vanished quietly, no one wanted to be seen tonight. He stood near the corner cabin, tall, rugged, shoulders heavy with years of loss. Snow clung to his hat and beard, melting slowly against his frozen skin. He had learned long ago not to trust storms, or people. Then he saw her. She stumbled out of the white haze, wrapped in a thin shawl, her face pale and trembling. Fear lived in her eyes, the kind that came from running, not walking. She didn't see him at first. She was too busy listening for footsteps behind her. He moved before thinking. When her foot slipped on the ice, his hand caught her arm, steady and strong. She gasped, spinning toward him, ready to scream, but something in his eyes stopped her. Not kindness. Not danger. Something quieter. Something broken. Easy, he said, voice low. You'll freeze out here. She tried to pull away, pride fighting survival. I'm fine. The lie shook as badly as she did. Snow thickened, swallowing the street. Somewhere in the distance, a door slammed. Voices echoed, angry and searching. Her breath hitched. She looked past him, panic flashing again. That was all he needed to know. He stepped closer, placing himself between her and the darkness behind. You don't want to be out here when they're looking. Her eyes searched his face. You don't even know me. No, he replied. But I know storms. And I know fear. The wind roared louder, forcing the choice on them both. Without waiting for permission, he guided her toward the nearby cabin. The door creaked open, warmth spilling out like a promise. Firelight flickered against wooden walls scarred by time. She hesitated at the threshold. If I step inside, she whispered, there's no going back. He met her gaze, steady and honest. Sometimes going back is what kills you. She stepped in. As the door shut, the storm erased their footprints outside, as if the world itself wanted them hidden. Inside, silence settled, broken only by crackling fire and two strangers breathing the same air. She wrapped herself tighter, hands shaking. He removed his coat and placed it gently around her shoulders, careful not to touch more than necessary. Why help me? She asked. He stared into the flames. Because once, someone didn't help me. The fire popped. Shadows danced. And somewhere beyond the walls, the storm grew crueler, unaware that two lives had just crossed, and neither would ever be the same. The fire burned low through the night. She slept fitfully, wrapped in his coat, while he sat awake near the door. Storms passed outside, but another one brewed inside him, memories he had buried beneath years of silence. At dawn, the wind finally softened. Light crept through the frost-covered window. She stirred, eyes fluttering open, confused, then remembering everything at once. The storm. The chase. Him. You stayed, she said quietly. He nodded. Storms don't care if you're tired. She studied him in the morning light. The hard lines of his face, the tired strength in his posture. A man shaped by regret, not cruelty. They were coming for me, she said. I told the truth about what happened, and they called me a liar. He exhaled slowly. Frontier towns hated truth when it threatened comfort. I've seen that before, he replied. When he opened the door, cold air rushed in along with two men. Wearing badges in judgment. We're looking for a girl, one said. She ran. He met their gaze, calm as stone. No one ran through here last night. Only the storm. The men scanned the cabin, suspicion sharp. One stepped forward, then stopped. The fire. 2 cups. A coat that didn't belong to her. She's here, he said. Before they could step inside, he spoke again. If you take her, you'll have to take me too. The silence was heavy. Finally, she stepped forward on her own, voice steady despite fear. I'm done running. She told the truth again, every word clear, every detail sharp. And this time, someone listened. One of the men shifted uncomfortably. Another looked away. Truth had weight. And it was finally crushing the right people. By the time they left, the sky was clear. She stood in the doorway, the world suddenly wide and uncertain. I don't know where I'll go. He looked out at the fresh snow, untouched and bright. Sometimes the storm clears so you can choose. She smiled, small, grateful, real. Then maybe I'll stay. He returned the smile, just as small. Just as real. The storm had tried to erase them. Instead, it had written a beginning. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe to the channel because more powerful frontier stories are coming soon.